5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision's The Week That Was, covering the news and events for the week ending Friday, April 16th, 2021. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. On Armed Forces Day next month, Troy University's Dothan campus will honor those who serve. But the university got a jump start on Tuesday with a flying visitor. Claudia Peppenhorst shows us how.
The month of May is right around the corner, and with that comes Military Appreciation Month. Troy University is working with Friends of Army Aviation to help commemorate the month with different activities and events. To formalize the agreement between the two, Friends of Army Aviation flew its Vietnam-era Huey helicopter to the Troy campus Tuesday morning.
Today we are here to brief Chancellor Hawkins on an event that we're putting together for the 15th of May, which is Armed Forces Day down at the Dothan campus, and we're here to coordinate that and kind of give him our vision of what we're looking for to make sure that he's got his approval and he understands exactly what we're looking for.
The Huey helicopter landed right outside of Trojan Arena. Holliday says the agreement the helicopter landing signified will help bring awareness to Armed Forces Day to give those serving our country the attention they deserve.
The actual Armed Forces Day is a celebration that it's not really celebrated. So we felt like that it's time to recognize those who are serving in our country today and recognize them for what they're doing for our country.
The landing today is the start to a long relationship between the university and Friends of Aviation, who hope to continue collaborating for years to come.
I appreciate this opportunity for this organization to be a part of the university. We have in the past been indirectly associated with the university, but this is the first time that we've had direct contact, and we're hoping that in the future that we'll continue the collaboration that we're going to start today.
The Military Appreciation Month activities will take place on Troy University's Dothan campus on May 15th, which will include helicopter rides for the public. Claudia Peppenhorst, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University's Small Business Development Center has experienced some changes in the past few months, with a new director and upgrades to its building on the square in downtown Troy. Zeta Ingram gives us a look at some of the new additions.
Troy University's Small Business Development Center and Idea Bank held an open house Friday morning, which included a ribbon cutting to showcase some of the changes that have taken place in downtown Troy. No matter how bizarre you may think your ideas are, they are perfectly safe here at the Idea Bank. Today I joined students, faculty, organizations, and small business owners to learn more.
We want to support economic development by helping small business owners and to get started, develop marketing strategies, go international with the International Trade Center, or even acquire government contracts with our procurement team.
Students set out tables showcasing their small businesses and inspiring community members with their entrepreneurship. But there is one place in common that students give their thanks to.
The Idea Bank has been very beneficial to Short the Squirrel, which is what I have brought to the Idea Bank. It has been a housing for all of our products and all of the books that we have here. It's been a great mentorship and just how to network and how to use the different things that you learn here at Troy University and actually apply them to your ideas and to your company.
And while the SBDC members are excited for what is to come, Chancellor Jack Hawkins sees this $500,000 addition as more opportunities for student success.
I've maintained since the day I arrived in 1989, one of our biggest challenges is to take this bushel basket off the light so everyone can see what's here. This is a fertile ground. We want them to exercise their creativity, combine it with business practices, and really help them become the business people that they have the potential to be.
The SBDC is continuing to work on their student launchpad to help students work with consultants and start up their small businesses. If you are interested in starting your own small business, you can visit the SBDC office on the square in downtown Troy. Zeta Ingram, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University's Idea Bank offers student entrepreneurs a chance to develop their business ideas. Caroline Frank introduces us to one Troy student who uses the Idea Bank to help a reading rodent who's recently become popular among school children around the state.
Short the Squirrel is a literacy-based nonprofit organization that is based out of the state of Alabama.
Sierra Champion is a senior here at Troy University. She has an internship with Short the Squirrel and was awarded a scholarship and office space through Idea Bank in downtown Troy.
I am the project manager for Short the Squirrel, and so I will organize different events that we can pack all of these kits so that we can distribute them to all 67 counties, which I also organize as well. And then I also just do like little projects behind the scenes, just the important details that needs to be done for Short.
Just like most college seniors, Sierra was unsure of what life after graduation would look like. After taking a leap of faith and starting this internship with a new organization, it has led Sierra with a full-time position at Short the Squirrel when she graduates in July. She will work full-time for Short the Squirrel as she starts her master's degree here at Troy University.
2 alumni from Troy University actually reached out to me in August of 2020 asking to help out in some sort of way. And so I'm a senior in college, so this is serving as an internship for me. And recently we have brought Short the Squirrel to the Idea Bank, which is a student entrepreneurship program here at Troy University.
Short the Squirrel makes kits filled with a book, crayons, and a sticker for the kids.
What we do is we bring kits like this, Short in Court, which is a book that we have written with lots of educators that have been in the hands of making of this book for all the kids that are going to be in the court system for whatever reason that they're there, so that they can read and really learn about the court system.
Taking a leap of faith can be scary, but in Sierra's case, it can be so worth it. Her internship with a new organization turned into a bright future. Caroline Frank, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University Student Government Senate met for the last time this school year on Tuesday night. As the SGA starts to transition to a new administration, Kaylee Wright spoke with the outgoing president to get her feelings about the end of the year and her term.
The SGA had their last meeting of the semester on Tuesday night in Hawkins Hall. Though business was as usual, the reigning SGA president, Nicole J. Johns, says that it was a bittersweet evening for her.
I'm definitely going to miss it and miss all the senators and relationships that I'm formed and just relationships that I'll carry on throughout my life after this. And all the lessons that it's taught me, the life values, I've learned and gained so much from SGA. It's going to be a bittersweet moment, but I'm excited for the new exec.
J. John believes that the new executive officers have what it takes to be a voice for the student body.
I've gotten to know all of the new exec members very well, and just working with them this past year, whether they were on exec like Tim might have been, or in the Senate, just active members, as the rest of them were, and Jason Fry, who is in Freshman Forum. And they're all just spectacular people. They have a good heart, a good head on their shoulders, and they truly are going to be a great voice for the student body.
J. John says that in order to be a voice for the student body, you have to have a love for Troy.
Whether you're an exec member, on cabinet, a senator, Freshman Forum, anything like that, you truly are here to serve the student body and serve Troy University and make it the best that it can be. And so you really have to have that heart behind it and just the heart to serve.
Though there are no more SGA meetings, they will get together one more time before the end of the semester.
The inauguration is going to be for the new exec members to be sworn in, and kind of a farewell to the old exec members and any of the graduating cabinet members and the old senators as well. So we'll be welcoming in the new exec and senators and saying goodbye and thank you to the old ones.
The SGA inauguration and banquet will be next Tuesday in the Trojan Ballrooms. Kaylee Wright, Troy, TrojanVision News.
We'll take a short break. When we return, we'll see how some empty bowls help feed the hungry in Pike County. We'll be right back.
All right, I know this isn't any fun to talk about, but we should. Okay, so who's gonna do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And I'll try to get the generator going without any gas.
Oh, let's not forget the cell phones, which probably won't work.
Right.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
Well, I think we couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Local residents had the chance to fight hunger in Pike County by sitting down for a meal, one that came with a little something extra for their contribution. Taylor Wayman has the story.
On Friday, the Pike County Salvation Army held an Empty Bowls luncheon, a gathering that brings awareness to the fact that not everyone has food to put in their own bowls at home.
When someone has a need in the community, they come to the Salvation Army, and food, clothing, even help with bills. And so that's what this Empty Bowls and a couple of other events raises the money to support that.
Residents in the Pike County community band together and make different varieties of handcrafted bowls that are set up on display for guests to take home.
We have the local senior citizen center that makes for us, Pike County High School art students. We have a bowl making day for the community. We all make bowls, so it's just lots of people in the community, even some of the local artists.
Although the event brings much joy to its guests, the main objective is to raise awareness of the hungry families around the country and to celebrate in light of raising money to help. And it's no question about the role the Salvation Army has in this community.
There are people that do go to bed hungry every night in America, and not just because they ran out of Cheerios, but because they need help with food. And so this awareness raising is emphasized by the bowls that that are made and that are auctioned off for this, and everybody who buys a ticket to eat here gets to eat as much soup and dessert and everything as they want to, but they also get a handmade bowl, and every time they use that bowl, that's to remind them that somewhere in America there are people who have bowls that are empty, and not just because they didn't have time to go to the grocery store.
Donations are $20, and the variety of food, entertainment, and community fellowship seem to be more than plentiful.
And Salvation Army does so much for the community. They give back, it all goes back into the community. Plus, good soup, get a nice bowl. It's a good event, very good event.
Taylor Wayman, Troy, TrojanVision News.
As the semester draws to an end and final exams and projects loom, students may be trying to find ways to relax as the stress starts to build. Students had the chance to learn a martial art that helps fight stress. Henrietta Simpson has the story.
After a long day, some are ready to cool down and unwind. On Thursday night, Troy University International Student Services hosted a Qigong Meditation exercise for students to help ease their minds and bodies. The instructor is a Chinese native that is a graduate student here at Troy University.
The thing that we do today is a kind of Chinese Kung Fu. It's a type of it, but it's a little different. It's more focused on the body health more than the attack or defense part. So it's really friendly for the beginner. The posture, the position, they are like simple.
Guo states that everyone is capable of doing this exercise, and it is easy to learn. There are also many benefits.
So you can find some peace during you're doing this, because the whole routine is really slowly and calm down. It has some background music, so it will help not just your body, also your mental.
Guo says that this could even become a hobby for some, and one student expresses that she will start doing this exercise more often.
This is very relaxing. It's not very stressing on the body, and I can see myself kind of doing this instead of yoga. It's just more relaxing.
With this event, International Student Services encouraged students to maintain mental health. Henrietta Stinson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The sky's the limit for some Troy University students as they're learning to become licensed drone pilots through a class that is giving them hands-on experience in unmanned aerial systems. Austin Miner gives us a look.
Troy University is doing something a little different this year with its unmanned aircraft system class by allowing students to get hands-on with real drones and flying them on campus. Before, this class was all virtual, and while that is still good experience, there is nothing like flying a drone for yourself.
Taking this course would be a fantastic sort of foot in the door to go towards doing drone operations and that sort of thing.
Some students in the class have built their own drones at home and fly them for their own personal reasons like racing, recreation, or for a business. There are many different types of drones, you just need to find the right one for you.
When I graduated,
Chancellor Hawkins had asked me why I wasn't staying at Troy University. So I told him it was because there wasn't a drone program, and that's really what I wanted to go into. So I moved to Huntsville and went to get my aerospace engineering degree. And after a medical issue, I came back to Troy and found out that we had this program.
Flying a drone is not as simple as just buying one and flying it anywhere you please. You must abide by the rules just as if you were driving a car, and that means getting a drone license, which this class gives you the opportunity to do so. You need to learn the rules of the sky first before you even attempt to fly a drone.
Drones are going to be with us and they're going to increase their emphasis on our society for the future. A lot of great jobs there. I tell people I'm trying to create CDOs, Chief Drone Officers, because companies are going to be looking for people who have that experience and know how to do that.
Austin Miner, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University's International Arts Center is home to a variety of works of art at any given time. But what does it take to set up all those displays? Sarah Bai shows us an art class that teaches students the skills to set up art exhibitions.
How can you know who the artist for the show is when you are walking into a gallery or a museum? A vinyl sticker on the wall will give you the answer. Professor Greg Skaggs told art students how to use a vinyl cutter in this week's exhibition technique class.
We use a vinyl cutter in our gallery, the Hubaiju Gallery, which is, it sets in the direction of the Department of Art and Design. And we use vinyl also in the Knoll Gallery for rotational exhibition.
The sticker on the wall guides the audience to know what the show is about. Learning how to use a vinyl cutter is only one part of the exhibition technique class. Exhibition technique class prepares our students to enter the professional world. In this class, students learn how to present and exhibit their artwork properly. And also the general routine of running a gallery or museum is another skill students will learn from this class.
It's basically around the maintenance of running a gallery or a museum. So they learn how to hang artwork. Well, if we go back, it's like how to receive artwork from an artist, how to unpack it, how to handle it properly.
When art students graduate from Troy, they will have portfolios and professional skills. But Professor Skaggs thinks confidence is more important.
Building confidence then allows them, when they react or interact with people, that there's that feeling that they can do anything, they can be successful. Building that confidence is very important. So my hope is that they leave with a strong desire for adventure.
Like the exhibition technique class, Troy University's art program not only teaches students technical knowledge, but also elicits students' desire to discover this world. Sarah Bai, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University's School of Hospitality, Sport, and Tourism Management turned the lobby of Hawkins Hall into a marketplace on Saturday morning. Jacqueline Lambert shows us why.
Art, food, and accessories are just a few of the things available at the School of Hospitality, Sport, and Tourism Management's open market hosted in Hawkins Hall on Saturday. Dr. Christopher Atwater, Assistant Professor for Sport Management, says this open market provides students taking the event management class with some much-needed experience in event planning.
We let students create events from the bottom up. They conceptualize them, they put them on, they raise sponsorships. They sell all the tables that you see here. So they do everything soup to nuts, and the professors in the class just sort of help mentor them and guide them towards completion.
Initially, the open market was to be held at Tailgate Terrace near the entrance of the Veterans Memorial Stadium just hours before the Trojan football team's annual T-Day game, but was moved to Hawkins Hall due to inclement weather. This would have given those who participated in the event great exposure and an opportunity to promote their business due to the influx of Trojan fans. However, this event was still beneficial to those who attended, such as student artists, business owners, and groups, as well as local businesses.
It gets people exposed to different clubs and organizations that came and represented, but also some of our more local vendors in the community were able to come here and sort of share their wares and get some visibility for themselves within the Troy community.
Jacqueline Lambert, Troy, TrojanVision News.
We're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, the Troy cheerleaders competed in national competition, all without leaving Trojan Arena. We'll show you how right after this, so stay tuned.
If you store your guns properly. So not just anyone can get to them. I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories. Or scary news reports.
I won't have to hold someone's hand and shout you're gonna make it.
And I won't have to tell my kids, this isn't a drill.
Please.
Please.
Please. Please.
Please.
Do it for us.
For us. Do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. If you own a firearm and are not using it, please be responsible and be sure that it's stored in a safe place. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org.
Troy University's cheerleaders competed in the first round of the Universal Cheerleaders Association's national competition Tuesday night. Now, the team would normally perform their routine live at the competition at Disney World. However, this year, due to COVID, they cheered on their home turf. Allison Polk has the action from Trojan Arena.
For your 2021 Troy University Cheerleaders!
The Troy University cheerleaders had a different routine this past year. With not being able to cheer on the Trojans from the sidelines of football and basketball games, the cheer experience changed for the team. But despite the changes, the cheer team still had the opportunity to compete in the UCA College National Cheer Competition.
So every year, usually in January, they host a UCA College Nationals, which consists of community colleges, Division I colleges, and they travel all around to go to Orlando, Walt Disney, and we put on about a 2-minute and 30-second routine, which, like I said, consists of tumbling, baskets, pyramid, and a cheer. This year we just did a cheer base in game day, which is brand new for Troy, that we've never done that. With the pandemic, they decided for UCA Nationals to do virtual competition this year.
And with the competition being virtual this year, the Troy cheer team invited the community to come and watch the taping of their competition video.
Usually at Nationals, there's not that many fan base that want to travel all the way to Orlando, so mostly it's just family that is there. Being able to have family and friends in their own house kind of makes it a little bit more enjoyable, and it's actually get to cheer for a little more people. I think it's an advantage, and it kind of got to use the crowd to help us do our cheers and chants this year.
To watch all competition videos and stay up to date on the results, you can visit varsity.com. Allison Polk, TROY, TrojanVision News.
After a pair of losses, the Trojan baseball team finally saw success in the third game of their weekend series against Texas State. Stuart Bradley has the highlights.
After dropping the first 2 games of their series against Texas State, the Trojan baseball team came in the Sunday series finale looking to salvage a win. With runs coming out of luxury in the first 2 games, the Trojans utilized bunts to move runners into scoring position throughout the matchup. A Dalton Sigfield bunt in the second put a runner on third for Nick Nolan to drive in just 2 batters later. Sigfield himself would benefit from the small ball, driving in a runner that Logan Cerny moved over on a sac bunt in the 7th inning. Clay Stern's solo home run in the 8th would be the only run scored off an extra base hit in the game.
We did a little bit different today. We're not a high bunt team, but the game called for it today, and I'm really proud of our players that got that done. Clay Stearns got a nice bunt down. Logan Cerny got a bunt down. And Logan leads the league in home runs, and he was asked to bunt. You got to find any way to move a runner around and score those runs.
Every game's been kind of a low-scoring affair, and so every run that you can manage is huge. Being able to do the small things like bunt guys over, steal a bag here and there, that's huge momentum swings for us.
But as the Trojans were able to produce runs early on, so were the Bobcats. After jumping out to a 2-0 lead, the Bobcats got both runs back in the 4th inning off of a 2 RBI single. The Trojans would put faith in their bullpen, and their faith would be rewarded. Marquez Oates would only allow 1 hit over the next 3 innings, keeping the Bobcats at bay while the offense slowly sprinkled in some runs and the defense made some big plays behind them. Mason Kenny and Max Newton would take the reins from there, finishing the fight and snapping a 6-game losing streak for the Trojans with a 5-3 victory.
All of our mindsets in the bullpen is keep us in the game. As soon as we come in, it's attack, 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 and that's what our bullpen is here for.
Well, Marquez came in at a vulnerable time. The score was tied, runner at first, nobody out. He did an excellent job getting us to the 7th inning. Every pitch our bullpen threw had pressure. And typically when it's a tight game, you got to execute at a high level. So I'm really proud of the way all those guys handled the moment.
Stuart Bradley, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojan softball team saw their 10-game win streak fall on Sunday as Troy welcomed the 14th-ranked Louisiana Raging Cajuns to town. Miles Campbell has the story.
Hey, batter, batter, hey, batter, batter. The Trojan softball team took on nationally ranked Louisiana on Sunday, and it was a matchup of Sunbelt Conference powerhouses, of which Troy saw the losing end, dropping both games of a Sunday doubleheader.
I think it was two real gritty games between two really good teams. I mean, they just, we just got beat in that first game, and in the second game just didn't make quick enough adjustments. And, hats off to Louisiana. They're a great team, and they were prepared and did some executing and pitched well and played good defense and hit in that first game. And then, I'm excited for the third game. I think it's going to be a really exciting game 3 with two teams that have seen each other, and I'm ready to get back out here.
The Trojans were in an uphill battle in game 2, trying to make a comeback of the ages. Down 8-3, Troy played at 4 runs in the final inning, but fell short by just 1 run with the final score of 8-7.
We're a gritty group. I mean, it's one of our core covenants is grit, and there's no doubt that we have grit. So there's no quit in this team. So we're going to fight.
Ansley Finch started things off for Troy, hitting a 3-run homer in the first inning. Coach Mullins speaks on her resiliency.
She's just having a great year. I mean, I'm really proud of her. She's bought into the just not letting one at-bat affect the next and not letting one game affect the next, and she's been mentally strong for us all year.
After Finch's initial homer, things went cold for Troy. Finch says the Cajuns were tough and Troy just couldn't adjust.
I think we put up 3 runs in the first inning and they punched back, and I think that we just it put us on our heels a little bit, and it took us a little while to regain that momentum, and we eventually did in the end, but it wasn't in time, unfortunately.
Miles Campbell, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojan football team wrapped up spring practice with the annual T-Day game. Simon Schuessler has all the action from the vet.
It may not be fall yet, but that doesn't mean that there can't be football. The Trojans held their annual T-Day spring football game Saturday, in which all 3 quarterbacks threw a touchdown pass. It has been a competitive spring at quarterback, with Missouri transfer Taylor Powell looking to earn the starting job over last year's starter Gunnar Watson. Head coach Chip Lindsey gives his thoughts on the quarterback situation.
I think just when we know. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the last 2 or 3 practices, ones that you can't tell a difference when they're in there. There's some details of some things as a coach that when you watch video that you talk about, but I think they're all doing a better job taking care of the ball. They're doing they all got ability. They all can do it. That's proven. They've all 3 played in college football before, so that you feel good about that. And I think the guy that takes care of the ball the best and affects the team the best is going to be the guy that's going to win the job.
The receiving corps made some difficult catches, but were hit with an injury to senior receiver Reggie Todd after he made a long catch, and he is expected to recover shortly. Receivers Tez Johnson, Luke Whittemore, and Deshaun Stoudemire all caught passes for touchdowns.
Every receiver made some plays today. Stoudemire looked very good. He was not on my team, but he looked really good. Tez, the first catch he made was unbelievable, and I think everybody made some plays. Luke looked good. Marcus looked good. And Reggie, hope he's okay, but he looked good too.
The defense looked sharp, forcing a few fumbles as well as an interception by Terrence Dunlap. The game ended 21-7, with the Cardinal team beating the White team. The Trojan season opener for the 2021-2022 season will be September 4th at home versus Southern. The time for that game has yet to be announced.
The next step is the summer. We've got to have a great summer and get stronger, get in better shape, get more flexible, get faster. Coach Witt and his staff, they've got a great plan for that. And finish strong academics here in the next 3 weeks and get ready for a great summer.
Simon Schuessler, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And that's the week that was. To find out what's happening on a daily basis, you can tune into Troy TrojanVision News at 5, 6:30, and 10:30 Monday through Friday, or visit us anytime on the new Troy TrojanVision News blog at today.troy.edu/TrojanVision. Until next week, have a good week.